Hello and welcome to Braunhaven. We're going to be picking up where we left off last week. Brian is running a little bit. He's running a little bit late, um, and his body. He says demanded sleep, so he is on his way. And it's funny because we were just saying, did he sleep in again? And so he's on his way. But these guys have decided to explore one of the ruins, and they have discovered a ruined trade post that the Galatian Empire in the past decided that they were going to try to bypass the Eastern Tradeway, and and they were going to try to find a quicker way directly from Glauschein to Zlatoheim, and it wasn't very well thought out. That there is no direct path because in that particular area, the mountains are very rugged, but they tried nonetheless. And they, of course, don't have the excellent road building skills of the dwarves. And they set up this trade post, and the whole thing just it collapsed, and they decided to just not bother. And so this trade post was just kind of left to rot. And it appears that it was up and functioning, and then just abandoned by the people that or by the empire. And so whoever was here may not have even known that they weren't getting supplies until, hey, we haven't heard from anybody in a couple months. I guess we should move on before we starve to death. And so this is what's left, and they've run into three satyrs that are camped here. That they were playing their pipes and caused several people to fall asleep. Jackson is still asleep, and so we and one of their elven dogs is asleep. So we will see how they handle this encounter in just a moment. Before we get started, we'd like to thank friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. None of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They are just products that we really like. Today, we would like to thank Easy Roller Dice Company. They make excellent dice. It's some of the best dice in my Giganto bag of dice is made by Easy Roller. I really like their translucent ones. They are very well balanced dice. They're easy to read, and you can hold them up and you can look through them, and you can see that there are no bubbles or oddities that would cause the dice to roll wonky. They're just excellent dice. But they have a ton of other stuff. They've got stone dice, they've got metal dice, they've got you know useless dice, like the Eye of Sauron,
Useless.
the Eye of Sauron dice, where it's filled with a liquid with a little eye in there, which is going to make your dice not roll right. But if you want to buy them, go ahead. They've got dice accoutrements such as dice trays, cases, bags, all sorts of stuff. Anything that you can think of involving dice, they have. They are also frequently running sales. I haven't looked today, so I don't know what their current sale is, but quite frequently you will log in and they'll be having 10% off of something, or 25% off of bags, or I think I got an email the other day that was 50% off of something, or 20% off their stone dice, or yeah, they constantly have sales. So definitely check out Easy Roller Dice Company, and tell them we sent you if you order something. We also have a merch store via Zazzle. The We've got hoodies that actually are black hoodies with black and white sketches of today's characters on them. We have T-shirts. We've got buttons. There are poster maps of the current Braunhaven campaign setting. There's just a ton of stuff. 100% of the proceeds from that store goes directly back into this channel, so it helps us cover things like our Roll20 Pro subscription, our Incarnate subscription, things of that nature, and kind of helps offset all the little nitpicky things that come up at the end of every month. And so, if you want to help us out with that, go get yourself a hoodie, and we appreciate you for everything you do. And I truly mean that. We appreciate everything that you can do for us. I am up to 82 pages on the new book, the Mystical Sylvanas Forest, and there is so that is up and coming. It is as many of the books do. It is taking its own time as I get sidetracked. I've been heavy into Traveler reading lately, so my fantasy stuff is suffering because of it. But
Dare you?
when?
I said, how dare you?
Yeah, I know. But so it is writing, but also right now I have there are some Braunhaven two Braunhaven bundles, the Braunhaven Adventure Bundle and the Mountain Adventure or the Mountain Bundle are on sale. 20% off on Drive Through RPG. Also, 20% off on Drive Through RPG right now for Memorial Day is Tassadantlus's Tantalizing Tower. And that's 20% off both the PDF and there's 20%. Well, I took 20% off of my cut of the hardcover book. So hardcover book is still around, I think, $23.95, and I can't really cut it much lower than that because I'm really not making that much off of book sales. But if you like to have a hard copy in your hand, like I do, um, you know that's the route to go. Um, and I can't do anything about printing costs and whatnot. But yeah, I shaved 20% off of what I make off that book, so it cut the price down. So yeah, those are on sale right now. The adventure bundle and the mountain bundle would get you a huge chunk of books for the Braunhaven campaign setting, and then there's Tassadantlus's Tantalizing Tower, which is the logical next step after the mountain bundle, which includes both the Skullus Mountains and the adventure that we're currently doing, the Lost Mines of Drothamstone. So, check out that sale on Drive Through RPG. So where we left off, let's see. Jackson is still asleep.
He doesn't wake up on time, evidently.
Yes.
Fair.
Yeah, Jackson. Like it was 44 turns. So, yeah, it's gonna be a while. One of the Kushis is asleep. Who's controlling this Kushi up here? Still awake? Who is controlling that one? You can have the Kushi do whatever you want it to do.
I don't know which one that is. Maybe they'll like name them or something.
I thought.
Because I got one, and the other one's Jackson. I want to say.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. This one up here was Jackson's. It was nudging Jackson, trying to wake him up.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, this one down here is the other one that was asleep. So, I assume that it is still nudging Jackson. What did Jackson want the Kushi to do something? I should name
No.
this. Let's make this easier. Jackson Kushi.
Yeah, we should name ours.
And was it Mavis or Alora that had the other one?
Oh, Laura.
And Alora. All right. So Mavis, what would you like to do? You see, of course, Dentry and Borman over here. Borman's hanging from the wall, or sitting on the wall. Kind of looks like he's.
I think I'm on top of the wall, kind of hidden there. My understanding that didn't notice me.
Yeah, I'm trying. I used all my movement to move over to where they are.
Okay. All right. So you're heading over in that direction. Borman, what are you doing, stealthed up there on the wall?
I am going to. I'm going to wait. What I'm going to do. I'm just gonna sit here. Dentry is walking. They're gonna take a turn. I think I'm gonna take my turn to try to hide in the shadows.
Okay, go ahead and so are you kind of hanging down off the wall or?
Oh, I'm perched up on the wall. Just gonna kind of maybe right up here to this big tall thing, just kind of crunch right up next to it and try to blend into it.
Okay, so you
And
are in
I,
shadows. That
yeah,
means that they only have a 1 in 6 chance of seeing you. I can get that out of the way right now. No, they don't know you were there.
that's what I want. And then I'm just gonna watch what
Okay.
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see how this goes. I don't know if we're fighting them yet. I just don't.
What is Malachi doing? Kicking Jackson.
No, Malachi is going to. Again, he doesn't. We don't really know what's going on here, but he's gonna move. What? One, two, three. He's gonna kind of move over here and yell out to this guy. You know, hey, can you at least come help carry our friend to a safer spot? You made him go to sleep.
Um. Okay. So, uh, this guy, um, he responds and he goes, yeah, 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 we can help. And you realize that these satyrs are drunk. Like, they've been evidently drinking, which they invited you to sit around the campfire and share in their wine. They are drunk. The other thing that you notice, well, you don't notice that yet. So, uh, yeah, these guys are drunk. Um, Gentry, what are you doing?
Um, let's see here. I'll move down, like next to them, or down like to the entrance, because that's about as far as I can go, and just be like, "Alrighty, well, once we get him over here and get his ass awake or not magically asleep, perhaps we can actually have a proper conversation. But what you drinking?"
So, so the satyr welcomes you and holds out a wineskin. And he says, well, "I don't know what this is, but we found it buried in the snow."
Yeah.
And he, at first, he's like, the other two satyrs are like, it's an orc, and they're kind of scared. And this satyr though, he's like, "No, here, have some wine."
Well, Jackson's the alcohol expert, so I'll save some for my friend when he wakes up.
What is Allura doing?
Waking up Jackson with that dispel stick.
Okay. All right. So you tap Jackson with the staff of dispelling, and he groggily wakes up. Um, and so, uh, yeah, Jackson is laying in the snow. Uh, the this
What?
Saturday he comes out and he looks around the corner and goes, it looks like your friend's already up, and they invite you back to uh, come join us, have some wine, and they've got a little very very small campfire that they're all kind of huddled around just drinking. It's like the campfire's not much, but the wine will help keep you warm. So you guys
Cool.
can all just move in. You're not presently in combat.
Jackson's like, wine, you say? Whoop.
Yeah, I'll chill with them. That sounds cool.
Yeah, Malachi will go hang and chill, all that. Now, just for the shits and giggles, where exactly is that box full of gold?
Right under Malachi's probably sitting on it.
Oh, it's over here.
So you see these satyrs, and they're sitting around, and every once in a while, they'll drain a. They've got a couple of kegs of this stuff sitting here. Every once in a while, they'll drain some. They'll drain a wine skin, and go back over to the keg and just refill it.
Jackson would like to try some to see if he can figure out what it is they're drinking.
Have you ever
You know.
tasted MD 2020?
Absolutely.
That's what this wine tastes
Ugh.
like. There was a lot of time in high school spent trying to find a way to make MD 2020 taste better. And no, it does not stand for Mad Dog 2020. It's Mogan Davis. It is a kosher fortified, because regular wine doesn't have a high enough alcohol content. It is a fortified wine, and yeah, it tastes like shit. Yeah, I mean,
They're like, this is so good.
Now that I think about it, I found something else that tastes very much like MD 2020, and you guys probably haven't tried this. Have you tried the flavored Steel Reserves? I know a lot of people don't like Steel Reserve to begin with. I drink it. I like it.
There's flavors?
Yes, I don't know who thought this was a good idea, but they came out with like a blackberry Steel Reserve, and they came out with there's like a mango tropical punch, and essentially what it is it is malt liquor that they have added this flavor to. It's still carbonated. It's still malt liquor, and you can still taste the Steel Reserve, but not taste like it has something else in it. I had the blackberry, and it is. Even I said that this is foul. I mean, I finished it, of course, but because waste not, want not. But yeah, it's pretty bad. So that's very similar to what MD 2020 tastes like, except MD 2020 doesn't have the benefit of carbonation. That's something we didn't try. We didn't try it really, really cold. We were mixing it with 7-Up. We were trying everything. It pretty much nothing helped. And so yeah, that's what this wine tastes like. And yeah, these satyrs are drunk as shit. And as soon as Alora shows up, Alora, roll 2d plus your charisma modifier, and you get to add a plus 2 as well.
8. I did not roll.
So
Yeah.
you immediately you can visibly, as soon as they see Alora, they are all paying attention to Alora. I mean, they're half listening to what everybody is saying, but their eyes are almost constantly on Alora, and everybody else, well, probably Alora as well, can visibly see that they are attracted to Alora. When I say visibly,
Ew.
right. And so, yeah, all these goat bastards are aroused that Alora has shown up, and they are apologizing profusely. Oh, we were playing a song of our people, and we apologize. We do that for protection because it makes any enemies fall asleep.
That makes sense. Do I have a spell that makes pants for them? No? Okay. All right, dang. One could hope. So I guess they're pretty distracted.
Gantry, we're like, hey, why don't you come sit over here by me? And like drags this one over by him. Like, let's get you away from the lady.
Let's cool down a little bit.
Yeah. Go roll around in the snow or something.
Borman's gonna wait until the 10 minutes have passed so he can go invisible again, and he's gonna go to try to empty that fucking treasure chest.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll hang out here and make small talk with them, even though they're gross and drunk. That should be easy enough.
I mean, I could probably poison in there. I've got a potion of poison. I could pour that in their Mad Dog 2020.
Do we need to murder them?
Jackson would like to find out how they found out about this place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So how they found out about it? I mean, they tell you that they basically just kind of randomly came upon it, and they decided to make a camp here, and that's when they discovered all this wine. And they said there's other stuff around here too, like, and he actually goes over to the crate, and he pulls out that there are in this crate. He pulls out he holds up like 60 crossbow bolts, and there are 50 arrows in here, and he goes, we were gonna sell these.
For like market value?
Yeah.
Do we need arrows?
Anything magical?
He says, we haven't found anything.
Dang
Yeah.
it.
How skilled are you at identifying magical things?
The one that with the pipes, he just kind of he says, I have some knowledge at identifying things, but I mean, it's hit or miss most of the time. I think I'm just lucky.
Well, we found this azure stone. I think that's what it is. Maybe an amethyst. Let me look. Yeah, an azure stone.
It's the one
we
that
don't.
Alora's carrying, isn't it?
I don't think anybody's. We didn't identify it. We couldn't get it. We just figured it might be magical. Alora might have it. Sure.
I really don't remember.
It's a polished piece of decorative stone.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Polished, rough-hewn piece of decorative stone, and like an agate. Yeah.
So am I picking them up?
Yeah, you can take a look at it. Let's see. He's like, it's nice. He says, I'll give you 50 gold pieces for it.
So we're just trying to have it identified. We'll give you something worth your while if you're able to successfully identify it.
One of the other ones goes, it's a polished stone. It's pretty. It'll make a good necklace.
If they taught us the song, would it be magical, or do you have to be a
You have to be a satyr.
Oh, damn it. Okay. I just
And so the one that was holding up the arrows and crossbow bolts, he goes, I want a pretty necklace or something with that stone, and he opens up a second layer to this chest, and he pulls out so Dentry and Malachi, you can see that when he lifts up the second layer, the bottom part of the chest is filled with 50 trade coins, platinum trade coins. And he pulls out a handful of trade coins. And so each platinum coin, of course, is worth 5 gold. And he pulls out, 10 of them. He says, how about this?
How about that?
I mean, that does sound like a lot, but again, I mean, why would you offer so much for something that you haven't even identified? And if you have identified it, You know, it's hard to trust you if you won't even tell us what it is.
And one of them points and goes, "It's clearly just a shiny rock, but it's very pretty."
Oh, well,
And
we
he
find it.
looks at it, he goes, "It would look good as a necklace around pretty girl."
Oh,
He's
Well,
got the chubs for you.
yeah,
ew.
we would
No, thank
appreciate it
you.
if you would not act in a creepy way towards our party members. You
And she
know,
lets out a low growl.
No, don't mean offense. I just say it would look good on pretty girl. Pretty girl.
Yeah.
You need to calm down.
I don't like these guys.
Me neither.
They
They're
would like to just
creepy.
be like, I don't like you. I think you're not being honest.
Maybe we should just leave.
It would be easier to kill you and take everything unless you want to be truthful.
Oh no, we be truthful. We be truthful. I don't know what it is. It's just a pretty rock.
Hmm.
So you don't want the gold, is what you or the what trade pieces or whatever. You just don't want it.
Oh, of course we want it, but we want rock too. They're drunk.
Oh yeah.
They're just trash. Oh yeah, they're
Uh,
like kind of dumb because of that.
I'm gonna wait for one of them to go to the back.
Hey, do we have a different shiny rock we can give them?
I don't have anything that's. I mean, I've got gems and shit, but I mean, they're really at the. They require use of the mirror.
No. Give them a gem that's really not worth as much. Well, like we were told this gem is worth a lot.
I got 3 gems worth 10 gold pieces each.
Yeah, give them one of those. Like here, how about this one? This one's
Here's
even
a shiny
prettier.
rock. Yeah, put this on a necklace.
So go ahead and you can roll 2d6 plus your charisma modifier plus 5.
All right, 2d6 plus 4. All right, 11.
Oh, that's much nicer. That's much prettier rock. And so yeah, they offer you 10 platinum pieces for
Holy crap!
your stones.
Let's trade. That sounds good.
Yeah, we'll do that trade. And I will remove these 3 gems worth 10 gold pieces each, and Brian can add 10 platinum pieces.
Yes.
Amazing.
And so they're each they each take one of these gems and clumsily are trying they get some leather thong and are clumsily trying to make a necklace out of them. Now
They really want to present the necklace to her, huh?
yeah,
Oh
She
my
should be like,
gosh,
it'd be
probably.
so nice. I really wish someone would gift me a necklace like that.
And get the gems back.
But
Oh
you're not.
geez.
But you're not neutral. You're good, so you can't do that.
Am I? I think I am.
Aren't you good?
I'm lawful. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're lawful. You can't do that.
so yeah, I mean they are having a hard time because they are lit up on wine, and so they're
Is there anything else here that they know about? Or not really.
um well they tell you a little bit about um about the area. You know, they tell you the history that this was, as far as they know, this was a, there it is. As far as they know, that this was a trade post set up by the Empire, and he said that they like it because down here, right here, there is somebody, and they don't know who, set up an illusion, and it appears that there is a cave there,
Oh, cool.
but really it leads into the southern side of this trade post, and they like it because it kind of it gives them some some ability to hide and kind of have a camp in peace. They didn't expect anybody to come from the northern end, but it does sometimes happen.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. I wonder
Yeah.
how. That's pretty cool.
I feel like maybe like one who
It's probably like a spellcaster with illusion magic, I guess.
yeah, who would set up an illusion to hide nothing?
Yeah, that's a good question.
So
Jackson would like to offer them some of like his better wine. They'd be like, hey, can we come check out that illusion thing you were talking about?
yeah,
Like, yeah, I got some good shit for you. Here, try this.
so
Like, why don't you come show me that cool thing?
So yeah, one of them he's been completely unsuccessful in making a necklace, and he kind of gets distracted, and so he's like, yeah, I show you, and he just tucks the gem into a pouch, and
Cool.
he leads Jackson down here.
I want to see too. I think. Is there anything else anybody else wants to do up here?
So the other two have been successful in tying this leather thong, kind of successful, around this gem. And one of them comes up to Alora and says, "Oh, here, necklace for pretty girl." And the other one has instead tied the other end of the leather thong around his junk and says, "Does this make me more attractive?"
I'm gonna shoot him
Oh
with
yeah.
my longbow. Can I get a backstab on that?
So it's this one here.
Okay, yeah.
And I assume it's Borman that's doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yes.
If I'm up on the wall, I'm gonna.
You can get a
And-
backstab on the satyr.
All right.
Oh man.
10 to hit.
And your
I'm telling
Thaco,
you.
is your Thaco still 17?
Yeah.
So your arrow sticks into this stone wall here right next to the satyr, and he's like, "Ah!" And he of course looks up and can see Borman up there.
Dentry would like to be like,
Is he gonna fight
you
back
said
or
play
what?
nice.
It was just joke. It was just joke.
It'll cost you a lot of coin to ease our offense.
He says, "Oh, so sorry, so sorry." And he
That is the
reaches.
future queen of the Glossian Empire, and you show her with that disrespect.
He reaches in and he pulls out another 20 gold coins.
We'll just
Or
add
I'm
that
sorry,
in.
20 platinum coins.
Yeah.
I pay for my bad behavior.
They just
And we
they're
have 30
weak,
platinum.
man, and they're up to no good, and they're sneaky, and they're gonna do something slick, and we should
They're
just
too drunk.
they're drunk. I hear you, man.
I don't think they're gonna pull one over on us. They're we could just like get out of here too.
We can leave.
Yeah, they can be drunk and creepy.
Let's
We're
let's
just gonna
yeah.
hustle
Let's
these
just
guys
take
out
it
while
and
they're
go
platinum while
camp
they're
and
drunk.
away from them.
Yes.
Gentry says, well, do you like to gamble?
Oh yeah, we play dice sometimes. Roll the bones.
What do you think?
Oh, I'd like to play
Brian,
some dice with them.
So Jackson, this this other one shows you that this illusory cave here. And yeah, this whole thing is an illusory cave, and Jackson, roll a d6. He says, "See, it looks like a cave." And Jackson comes into the cave and falls into a 10 foot by 10 foot deep, or 10 foot deep pit, crashing down onto the bottom of the pit, taking 5 points of falling damage. And
Oh
the
shit!
satyr goes, and then again comes running up here.
I
Oh,
would like
shit.
my Kushi to chase him and tackle him.
Maybe we should kill them.
Well, it's on now.
Well, we don't know that. I mean, do we hear Jackson go like ah or something? I don't know how he takes pain.
Yeah. Everybody can roll a d6. I think Borman gets a listen skill.
4 and 5, and my listen skill right now is 2. So yeah.
I get 3 and 5. I don't think I have listened very well.
What
though.
about Dentry? Yeah, you guys don't hear Jackson, but everybody can roll initiative.
Is Brian talking and I'm just not
Did he
hearing
run
it?
away before my Kushi had a chance to chase him?
What we are going to see.
I-
It depends on where.
I feel like
that
that
lands.
should have been part of that initiative round.
So he's talking and I can't hear it.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Say something, Gentry Jackson.
Oh, might need to do a reconnect.
All right. Let me do that real quick.
Thank you.
All right, maybe.
Okay, Brian, say something. They couldn't hear you.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, I can't see Mavis now.
Oh, she's.
Oh, there she is. Okay.
Okay, I can hear everybody.
Okay.
Oh, so did that Kushi did the satyr get away before my Kushi was able to, like...
Well, that's why you're rolling initiative.
Okay.
Oh, I need to roll for the QC too.
Yeah, I
Okay.
threw them up here since we differentiated which one was which.
Oh, well then, let me roll. I thought the Kushi would just go on its owner's turn.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Well, you know what? Yeah, let's do that. The Kushis can go on their owner's turn.
All right.
I did that backwards. My bad. That should be a 1.
So yeah,
Sucks for
everybody
Jackson.
get your initiative in.
Well then, yeah, my Kushi ain't doing shit.
When he comes back without Jackson, though, I don't foresee the party being very friendly. I mean,
Yeah, they've been steadily angering all of us.
Bunch of drunk satyrs. So, Borman, what are you doing? I mean, they're already irritating the shit out of you guys. So.
yeah, I mean, if Jackson hadn't have fell in the pit, I would probably still be going offensive. But I want to lean on the side of not metagaming. So,
I mean, you already shot an arrow.
I have, and I will be like, that is not enough. We will take all of your goods, and you must leave the area now.
You can roll 2d6. If you have a negative to your charisma because you are being intimidating, you can add that to your.
No, I've
Yeah,
got
that as
just,
a plus.
I don't have either. I just have a basic charisma. I'm basic Borman.
Borman's a basic bitch.
Yeah. But a 9 is not bad.
No, it is not. So he reaches in and offers another 3 platinum pieces to the 20 that he already pulled out.
That's 23 platinum, Brian. We're milking them, but no, they must leave everything and go along their way.
So there's another 3 platinum or another 23 platinum?
Another 3.
Okay. So now we're up to 33. Because there was the 10 that they gave us for the gems.
Right.
Yeah. But they got a lot more. I mean, it's fixing to kick off, or they're going to leave, and we're going to get all their gold. Their bodies are probably not worth a lot of experience anyway. But we'll see what happens now.
And this guy comes around the corner and goes, I don't know where your friend went.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I lost him in the illusory cave.
Mavis will take that at face value and push off in that direction. Do I need to, wait,
But does Mavis know where the cave is? Won't she have to have him show her?
I guess so.
Are we still going in order and everything?
Do I need to worry about how far I'm walking and if it's my turn and stuff?
On your turn, yeah. This satyr comes over here, and he starts playing his pipes again while looking at Alora. But Alora isn't affected.
Sweet.
He's playing a different song than he was playing before.
Well, good. I don't want to take a nap around these creeps.
Yeah, Alora, you can make an intelligence ability check. Wow, yeah, Laura knows what's up. This isn't he's not playing a sleep song. This one is trying to charm you.
Oh, well, good luck.
Yes. He says, he stops playing. Maybe if I'd done what that guy over there did, maybe I'd have better luck. And this one is still trying to placate you guys. More. Malachi, what do you want to do?
Malachi thinks it would be a good time to make that guy that's trying to steadily play his instrument do a save versus spells or start choking.
Oh,
I'm
that's
going
a
to
good
cast
idea.
choke.
Oh, he fails. And so
Choke, bitch. He won't be playing now.
He is choking.
He's going to take
Or-
3 points of damage, choking damage right now.
Wow.
Yeah. And he takes a -2 penalty to death to attack rolls.
So the one that's trying to play just suddenly goes and starts choking. Dentry, what are you doing?
Dentry has been like the whole time just not okay with these dudes, and so like he grabs the one that's like next to him and just like by like the neck, like just like not even like trying, just like right by the neck, and is like, "Where did our friend go?" Just like,
So
I'll make a grapple check if I need to.
yeah, go ahead, and it's just a regular melee check. But mine, you're not. It's just D20 plus your strength modifier.
All right, been a while since I looked at my regular stats. What the hell is my strength? 2. Okay, D20 plus 2.
Oh yeah.
21.
Yes. So Dentry grabs this other satyr by the throat and kind of lifts him a little bit up off the ground, and the satyr says, "The illusory cave. There's a pit. It hides a pit. He probably fell into the pit trap."
Not letting go. I just say, "Show me," and squeeze a little bit harder instead.
And this one down here goes, "Oh, I show you. Ah.
Like, yeah, you came back, our friend didn't. Now we really don't trust you.
Mavis, what are you doing?
I'm following him down there to see if Jackson's okay.
Okay. You could go ahead and move in that direction if you'd like.
Okay, and these are 5-foot squares. Right. Okay, you can end up there.
All right. So I did actually. I did discover. I discovered this with while we were playing Traveler. These are 5-foot squares. Turn the grid on.
And real
Isometric. Those are pretty close. And then I'll turn the opacity all the way off. And so now the the meter works.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
And it doesn't make your eyes go wobbly from looking at multiple grids.
gobbledygook.
Yes. So so Mavis moved.
Yes.
Okay. Did you move? Are you double moving, or are you just are you saving for an action, or?
I guess I could double. All right. That's as far as I can make if I hook it.
Okay. What is Alora doing?
She's getting away from the guy with the beads on his junk. She's catching up with her
You know,
friend.
as you do.
Yeah, exactly the opposite direction.
This guy's wearing a gemmed cock ring. I'm getting the fuck away from him. So Jackson, you're at the bottom of this 10-foot pit. What are you doing?
I'll tell my Kushi like, hey, go get help, boy, get help.
Okay.
Get help, Lassie.
Pretty much exactly what I was going for there.
What's that? Jackson fell down the well? Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, basically, that's exactly what happened.
Yes. Exactly. Yes. Pretty much. Yes. That is what happened. So you tell the Kushi to run and get help, and you can move the Kushi. They have.
No, yeah, mine should go with Aurora. I'll
Yes.
just move it. There we go.
So their movement is 50 feet. Although they can sprint and move 500 for one round. Once per hour, they can do
I mean, that's got to be within 50 feet to get to where the party was, no?
that. Yeah, I would guess, yes. There's 30
Oh, yeah.
feet to Mavis, 35
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Alora.
Good enough. They
Yeah,
need to get to
and
somebody.
50 feet would put them, up here.
So if they just need to get to where Mavis and did not the other satyr go with Mavis to guide her?
He hasn't gone. It hasn't been his turn yet.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I mean, you can move your Kushi up here.
Okay. Why are you not moving? I say move. You move when I move
Did I
you.
maybe?
No, it was me. It was totally me.
So this Kushi moves up, comes running up to Mavis and is barking and yapping and trying to get Mavis to follow it. Foreman, what are you doing?
Let's shoot at the guy that's standing out there by himself, not choking or nothing, with my bow.
This guy here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Go right ahead.
That's
Ooh.
22 to hit.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to do it.
He's going to take 3 points of damage.
Yeah, that definitely gets him. How much? 3?
Yeah. Longbows only do a d6, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you drop an arrow into this satyr's shoulder, and he's like, ah, ah! and
I said go on and get.
and get he does. Whoop, it was not centered. He comes running. Down to here, and he's yelling the entire way that they're trying to kill us, and he there. He is going to try to he's going to try and headbutt Mavis with his horn.
Oh, see, he started it.
Probably doesn't.
No, he hits AC 5. I'm sure that Mavis is fine.
Yeah, I'm lower than that.
So Mavis just kind of, ew, what are you doing? Don't try to kiss me. And this guy's still choking. This guy is going to try to break Dentry's grapple. Not with a 2. Dentry is hanging on quite tightly, and so this satyr is basically kicking his hooves and not really getting anywhere. And this satyr, while he's chugging, he's going to try and get away. Not realizing that he can't get away from the choking. Malachi, what do you want to do? Well, he's going to take another D4.
Yep, he's going to take a D4 for fun. 3 points.
Okay.
Wherever he is. And this guy that Dentry's sitting there holding up, I'm just going to stab him with my fucking +1 dagger.
Okay. Kidney shot him.
12. My attack goes 17.
Oh. Yeah, you stab him.
Oh, hell yeah. D4 +1. 3.
So while Dentry's holding this guy up, you just stab him in the kidneys. You're like, ah! Dentry, what are you doing?
I'm all right. Well, since I'm holding this one who's basically getting slowly killed, I'm just gonna be like, you get one chance to not die, and that's to tell us everything.
He kind of chokes out. So if you want, I mean, you have him in a grapple with your hands around his neck. You can deal an automatic 1d4 damage. I mean, but if you do that, he can't talk.
I'm keeping the grip just loose enough to see if he talks. If he doesn't, then I will.
He says, all of our stuff is in the crate. It's in the bottom of the crate.
Ask him how many experience points he's worth.
Then why send our friend to the pit?
Because we want your woman.
Oh, kill him. Squeeze harder. 1d4 it is.
All right.
Like, that's a good enough stupid reason for you to get hurt more.
Another 2 points for choking him, and he's like, ah!
Wrong answer, even if it was the right answer.
Mavis, what would you like to do? This guy just tried to headbutt you.
Time to smack him around, I guess. Let's see what kind of modifier it gets. Oh wait, that's not. I'm sorry. +3 Warhammer. So
Hell yeah, Warhammer.
One of my favorite weapons.
There we go. Ooh, probably not, but maybe.
Yes, that hits.
For real? Okay, cool. 1d6 plus 3. Oh, hey,
Ouch.
fuck this shit up.
So, yeah, Mavis reaches out with her ball peen like warhammer and just goes ping. You hear ping, and the satyr's like ah, and he's like, you pretty too, you pretty too. What does Allura want to do?
Let's see here. Oh wait. So I guess he can try smacking this guy too. She's sick of this shit. These guys are nasty. All right.
If
I
they
didn't
weren't
know.
pervy, we probably would have hung out.
Pervy little
But
fey creatures.
yeah, I don't want nothing
Yeah.
hugging my leg in my sleep or nothing. It's weird.
Okay. So rod of carrying a +2 magic item, and if I hit, it's 1d8. Okay. Let me do that.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah,
Ooh.
that hits.
Okay. Hey, right down the middle.
So, what'd you hit him with?
The rod of carrying.
I want to say. Oh. Rod of Pairing, I think. Yeah, it acts as a +2 weapon. So that's 1d8 plus 2 plus your strength.
Um, my strength is a +0, so it's 6 then.
He
A
takes
+2.
6. That's pretty good. Oh.
Yeah.
So he's not dead yet. That's the problem.
I got a
So,
koozie though,
Allura
too.
comes up behind this guy and bashes him over the head with the Rod of Parrying. Another ping! You're just going to bludgeon this guy to death. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that she was pretty too. You the prettiest. You the prettiest.
I'm gonna see him to death.
And then the Kushi will
Oh, right.
get in on it too. What's
Yeah.
their attack like?
They.
Warren Bark, sprint, knock prone. Oh,
So they can
they
make
have a
2
bite.
claw attacks and a bite attack. So yeah, you can make your 2 claw attacks.
Okay.
12. What's his tobacco? 17.
That,
The first claw with the 12 hits.
and then he hurts his other claw or something.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. So
what?
go ahead and roll. I should have brought that back. Go ahead and roll 1d4 for a claw attack.
2.
He's gonna take 2 from claws, and he gets a bite attack. He misses with the bite.
Oh,
So yeah, he goes for the claw attack, and the satyr, the claw attack misses dreadfully bad, and the satyr gets a free attack at -2
okay.
on the kushi. Fucking A, 12.
That probably hits.
It's AC 3.
AC is 4. So yeah.
Yeah, so he hits 4. He hits the kushi for a whole. Oh, sorry. 4
For
points
4.
of damage.
Okay. I wrote down their current.
So yeah, the kushi kind of overreaches and clamps down with his bite, and the satyr just goes bonk with his horns and bashes Allura's kushi. Jackson, what are you doing? So Jackson, do you have like rope or a grappling hook or?
Do I have things that would get me out of a pit if I fell into one all by myself?
I would think you probably. What do? Did you buy equipment individually or did you buy a kit? You remember?
I bought an adventures pack. I didn't buy like individual shit.
Okay. Well, let's look at that. So these can be
I mean, I have
found.
a pole axe. I could probably like try and hook it at the top and climb it or some shit.
These can be found in old school armory, and it says. Let's see. Page 15, Adventures Kit. Backpacks, rations, standard rations for 7 days, water skin, 6 torches, tinderbox, 50 feet of rope, a utility knife, 1 stick of chalk, and a bedroll.
I've got rope then.
You've got 50 feet of rope. I mean, you could. I mean, you could probably fashion something with that utility knife.
I could like take the pole. I have a pole axe. I could probably like take the pole axe, put the rope in the center, and like maybe the hole's not so wide that I could kind of like get it to be on each side and climb up it kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. So you are able to using your poleaxe and your rope. You're able to fashion a way to kind of get yourself out of this pit, and that of course took 10 feet of movement to climb up out of the pit. Then what would you like to do?
Okay.
Run up and cut the guy's head off.
Oh, I'm gonna cut his head off. That's overkill. That's a little overkill. I'm gonna cut off a head he'll miss more.
Hmm. It's a different kind of vorpal.
Yes, 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 yes. Damn it, wrong.
It's a +1 sword of circumcision.
Exactly. I come out of the hole, come over to here,
And Satyr says, "That's what she said."
and and I just like to bum rush him with like my knee right into his groin.
Okay.
Like I'm not even like trying to like outright kill him. I'm just like at this point I'm like torturing him practically. Like you son of a bam.
Make a standard attack roll, d20 plus your strength modifier, or minus, depending.
It's plus technically. An 8.
What's your taco?
17 still.
Yeah, no, he kind of turns to the side and deflects as you come up, and you don't really connect. I mean, you're glancing blow off of his goatee hip. Borman, what would you like to
Wait,
do?
what about my Kushi?
Oh, that's right, your Kushi. Sorry.
My Kushi would like to bite him in the junk.
Yes, you can do that. Back to Kushi. Yeah,
I
Thaco
gotta pull back.
17. He gets. You can make 2 claw attacks and a bite attack.
All right, well, I will start with the bite attack because reasons. Looking at his stats real quick. Thaco 17. Does he have any pluses or anything? Nope, just straight. Okay, cool.
No,
Ooh.
he's gonna do max damage. So he reaches up and clamps down on the satyr's junk and bites so hard that there is a gush of blood that just sprays out of the satyr's groin, and this satyr is no longer with us. So you see the satyr kind of turn pale and then die.
He had it coming.
Yeah.
Borman, what would
Good
you like
boy.
to do?
Good boy. Good boy.
Foreman sees that guy running, and he's going to take a shot.
Okay.
17 hit.
I'm sure that it does. Yes, it does.
That hits AC 0, so that'll be 3 points of damage.
Okay. So you drop another arrow into this satyr's back as he's running away, choking. Did you want to move at all or stay where you're at?
Man, I've got a good lookout right up here. I mean, I've got a hellified long range, so I think I'm just to sit here and see how things work out. If I need to
Okay.
come down, I will.
Okay. So this satyr is once again going to try to free himself and fails miserably. He's still kicking and stomping around. This satyr is going to come up behind Mavis and make his attack. So, Mavis, are you using a shield?
Yeah, I don't imagine that. Well, maybe I busted it out when we started fighting, but I don't think I have it out casually like all the time.
You probably do. Uh,
Um,
so, so what kind of shield do you have?
it's a shield with a holy symbol on it. I don't think there's anything special about it.
Oh, it's not a magic shield.
I don't think so.
So because he's attacking from behind, you don't get your AC bonus from your shield. So your AC goes up by 1.
But
Okay.
he takes a -2 due to the
But he takes
choking
a
of it.
-2, right?
Yeah, it must be hard to fight when you
So what does that make your AC now?
3, what my sheet says.
Yep, wrong dice. Probably how if I use the right die.
Well, I'm glad you got that out of the way.
Yes. Right? Try this. It doesn't matter. He misses anyways, and
Cool.
he comes up and tries to headbutt Mavis from behind, and she luckily turns just doesn't even realize he's there. Turns and now there's this choking satyr, and he's still got like choking around his neck. Malachi, what would you like to do? Well, I
I'd
guess
like,
this guy's gonna take some more damage.
yeah, he's gonna take another 1 point of damage, and then Malachi is gonna stab this guy in the back with the dagger,
Yep,
which
that hits.
+1, 2 points of damage to the other guy.
Okay. All right. So Malachi just shivving him like he's in the big house. He's going for it again. Yes. Die, you goat bastard. Gentry, what do you want to do? You can inflict another D4 points of damage if you would like. Automatically.
Yeah. Yeah. Just gonna do the D4 automatically.
That's no problem with that. All right. So
For
he's
one
going to
more
take
point.
another point of choking from Gentry's
But yeah,
large
I'm done with
half-orc
their crap
hand.
at this point. I'm done with their crap at this point. He's gonna die. And
Eventually, I'll get him with this dagger.
I mean, you could just run him through.
I was like, that's where I'm at this point. I'm like, I don't think we care. We don't trust what they're gonna tell us anyway. So
We'll give you a +2 to your attack with your sword, since you are grappling him.
This is gonna be crazy. He's gonna take some crazy damage.
Joe, does an 11 hit him?
You're Thaco 14 now.
I am.
Yeah, that does. You run your sword through him. Go ahead and roll your damage.
I was worried about that roll at first, but yeah, good point.
You know me. I love to advocate for a +1 or something. Any bonus or buff or disadvantage, bad thing to the enemy. So
Gentry is holding this guy up, squeezing his neck, and runs his sword through the satyr. It comes out the other side. The satyr is still kind of kicking and struggling. He's still alive.
Ha!
Damn it.
Son of.
Mavis, what would you like to do? Now you've got the choking satyr behind you.
I'm gonna turn around and smack him.
Oh,
Yes.
that's gonna hit.
That's gonna work. Yeah. Okay. Oh, come on.
All
All
right.
right.
Well,
They add up, though. I mean, he's been
Yeah.
slowly
Yes.
dying.
so you turn. Mavis turns around and kind of backhands him with her warhammer, and knocks some teeth out of the satyr's face. Laura, what would you like to do?
I'll use the rod carrying gun, hopefully. Let's see if it works. Maybe.
That does hit.
Cool. Solid hit. Cool.
Yeah. So Alora comes up and just brings that rod straight down between his horns, and he is no longer with us as well.
Nice.
I wouldn't have trusted these guys. You know, they would have fucked with us in our sleep.
Literally.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys would have woken up and it would look like a Bukkake video that had gone bad. Did Alora want to move at all?
Here, I can move. Okay, there. Oh, wait. Sorry, dropping. Okay, there, and then when the dog comes through.
Okay. All right, Jackson, what are you doing?
That son of a bitch led me to a damn trap. It was like, oh, look at this cool cave illusion. Next thing I know, I'm in the damn hole. He said, oh, it's a cave. It's a cave. This is cool. There's a whole other area. Not a whole other area. The damn hole. There's a hole in the area.
At least there wasn't stakes in the bottom of the pit.
I don't think they understand English. Whole other area, hole in the area.
Now my shoulder hurt.
All right. Well, in any case, I mean, there probably is other stuff over here, but there's a trap too.
Yeah.
So that's. I'm just conferring. I'm not going over there until like I'm gonna go with the whole party because I clearly can't be trusted to walk around by myself.
Okay. Borman, what do you want to do?
I'm going to close the distance here. 5, 10, 15. That should be easy, even coming off the wall.
Yep.
And I'm going to stab him with Frostbrand.
All right. He's gonna have two swords sticking through him.
Oh, I get another +1. That'll be a 16 to hit.
That
AC
hits.
1
That hits.
+2 on 5. 5 points of damage.
Oh, so yeah, you run him through a second time from the side with your Frostbrand, and you can see like his fur suddenly frost over as the sword goes through him. He's still kicking. He's like,
Shit.
And Borman will thank him for his donation
He
to their coffers. Thank you for the donation to our coffers.
wrong dice again.
Get that 19 out of the way.
Son of a bitch. No, he fails his morale check.
I was
And
gonna say, like,
he
he's
is-
still.
he is choking out that he's like, oh, I surrender, I surrender.
I mean, I don't know if we should pull the swords out. That'll probably kill him faster.
What does Malachi want to do?
Malachi wants to stick him with that dagger.
Okay.
Again, I mean,
Do your surrender.
Yes, yes. You go
Yeah,
ahead
he's
and
kicking around enough that Malachi actually misses with the dagger.
yeah, terrible.
Gentry, you could keep squeezing.
All right, well, first we squeeze, then we pull the sword out.
Okay. Yeah, he starts to slow down in his kicking and actually just chokes and bleeds out, and you have killed the satyrs.
Yeah, they're a little too horny and a little too deceitful. We should have known this was coming.
They
Yeah.
wanted to die, as far as I'm concerned. The
True.
stuff that they did.
I don't.
Mavis and Jackson, over here, you discover that this is actually the ruins of a shrine, and you see that there are a number of statues that have been tipped over, or they look like they probably fell on their own, maybe during an avalanche or something of that nature. The statues are smashed and strewn across the ground. This pretty much this whole shrine has been destroyed. And at this point, it's impossible to tell, which gods the statues even represented. And you see that on the what's left of the walls, there are pieces of murals that can be seen that have not been crushed to dust. And it seems that there was a tale that was told here through the murals of gods coming to the prime plane.
Well, that's cool.
Mavis and Jackson can both roll a d6.
One.
Mavis got a 1.
I did.
So, Mavis, you see that there are some sacks hidden amongst the rubble of the shrines.
Ooh, what's in there?
And we can give Mavis and Jackson both a series of rolls.
Alright.
So, Mavis, roll percentage. You're going to get 4 rolls. Nothing on the first one. Roll again. Nothing on the second one. Go ahead and roll again. Fuck, nothing on the third one. And last roll.
Oh, okay.
You do
Mhm.
find...
You find 4 sacks, but 3 of them were nothing.
So one of the sacks has 10 pieces of jewelry in it. I'll tell you how much they are worth.
And who's writing it down?
I've got it.
Okay, cool. I don't want to double record it.
They're worth 900 gold pieces.
Got it. That's a nice chunk of something.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're 900 gold pieces each.
That wasn't bad.
Brian, Jackson gets to make some rolls.
1 roll?
No, I think it's going to be more than that. Yeah. Yes, 1 roll.
You lied to me.
I did lie to you. Oh, but you hit it. Roll 2d4. It is a sack full of potions.
Oh, shit.
So now you're going to get 7 rolls.
Oh my gosh.
Roll percentage for roll number 1.
That's great because Alora's in charge of all that shit.
True.
58.
So because we got 7 of these, I'm just going to tell you what they are. The first potion is a potion of growth.
Yeah. Satyrs probably wanted that one.
It's a Viagra one.
Yes, it only controls the growth on one portion of your body. For the second roll, make a percentage roll. The second potion is a potion of polymorph self.
Another one?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Anybody feel like being a dragon again?
It's short lived. These wear off.
Make a third roll. Neville.
You know, I had both of those, so all I had to do was write ×2 next time.
It is a potion of control red dragons.
Oh.
Make a fourth roll. It is a potion of heroism.
Ooh.
Make a fifth roll. It is a potion of control black dragons.
Ooh.
Those are badass.
6.
They don't even get a save, I don't think.
Is a potion of ESP.
I got one of those.
Truth is out there.
And the last
You have one of
potion.
those already too?
I think. I can't find it in my list, so I'll just write this.
And last but not least.
20. It is a potion of control plant.
All right. That was awesome. Made up
That
for my
was,
awesome
that
roll.
was the satyr's personal stash.
Mm.
Oh. Would an ent count for control plant?
I wonder.
Now you have me wondering. Let's see.
Because I'm wondering, like, what would that be useful for?
I mean, if they had a vegetation wall or blockade or
Oh, I could do like
It says it affects all plants, including plant monsters, in a 30-foot square up to 60 feet distant. Affected plants may be commanded to move around as the character wishes and may be used to entangle creatures in the area.
Oh,
So,
okay. That's
yeah,
kind of cool, actually.
I would say that it would probably affect ents.
That's cool.
Cool.
In the crate, Alora, Borman, Dentry, and Malachi. Now I have to do quick math here. You find another 17 platinum.
cool.
Got it. I had to think I was going to share the good wine with them.
Yeah. I was gonna backstab them if we could talk all three of them coming out anyway. Random creatures hanging out in the woods, putting people to sleep. Fuck them.
So, you guys were in need of a camp for the night.
Oh, yeah, huh? We were supposed to be
Yeah.
making all our rolls at like -1 or whatever.
Yeah, I forgot to. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna throw the satyrs in a pit.
Yeah, good idea. Just
Yeah.
toss their bodies in the pit. Yeah. So there were also 60 crossbow bolts and 50 arrows. I don't know if anybody needed to.
I'm just gonna top off the shit I had.
That's
and
what I was gonna say.
yeah.
Rather than carry the additionals.
We can burn them in the fire. It's already.
I'll take some of the arrows. I'll take 17 of them. I was down some arrows.
Yeah.
Or 13, I mean.
You are able to rest throughout the night. You can either hunt for game or um, use a eat a ration.
What does satyr taste like? Was playing.
Probably mutton. Bit gamey.
No,
I could forage. Got
I can
one.
hunt for us. I was just
Yeah.
teasing.
So yeah, Alora was able to forage some pine nuts and berries, frost
What I
berries.
gotta roll to hunt?
You. I want to say you have a 2 in 6 chance, but let me. Yes.
2 and
And
6. All right, I hunted.
no, 2 and 6 for foraging. So you find some more nuts and berries, and a 5 and 6 for hunting. So yeah, you are able to bring back some game, and you guys are able to uh, feast on some herd animal, deer, elk, whatever.
You know, in the morning, want to look in that cave and make sure there's no other exit or anything in there. Does it go deeper?
The quote unquote cave of trapness.
Yeah.
No, the cave is a complete illusion that just covers the trap pit.
Okay.
Aside from that, you don't find anything else here. This where you are sitting was at one point a shattered market, and it was originally a stone structure, but an avalanche appears to have come through and destroyed the post, pretty much leveling the market. And so the stones that poke out or kind of poke out of the snow in like skeletal fingers. There's torn canvas that individual stalls under the stone market originally were covered in colorful canvas, but the stalls are now splinters and tangled among the remains of this rotting canvas. You see that there are a number of destroyed crates that at one time they had held things like uh, fresh fruits and vegetables that had been carried up here or possibly grown in the region. Sometimes preserved meat, but that's all gone or destroyed by the permafrost. And there were other crates that would have held like crossbow bolts, arrows, short swords, but all of that stuff is either uh, rusted and rotted to the point of uselessness or missing completely. So you have looted as much from here as loot. So then the
Okay.
question becomes, find my map. Go there. You guys are over here. Where would you like to go from here?
We head south and we get out of the frozen zone.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to do too. Is just to keep going south. Get out of the frozen zone.
I know that Jackson wanted to go to the Trapper's cabin. There's also another mine over here.
Well, I'm not like
I mean,
opposed.
it's up to you guys. You can go south.
I mean,
I have
I
stuff
just thought
either
it'd be
way.
cool, but I am by no means I'm like, we must go there. That was like, ooh, trapper's cabin. I like that.
We have a reason to believe the trapper's cabin is a gold dragon.
You
Huh?
don't. I don't.
What?
I thought the dragon that we said he lived up near the trapper's cabin, and maybe
Oh,
I
He
I don't
may. I
remember
mean,
what
he
he
may
said.
live up there, but unlikely
okay.
that he's. It's
Yeah.
possible, but
Okay. I mean, if we're going to the trapper's cabin and then to the mine, we might as well go swing back through the fucking Order of the Martyr and get back on the trail. But
yeah, it's up to you guys. I mean,
um,
obviously, heading south, you're going to get out of the snow and have a much more comfortable time.
I'd like to get out of the snow personally. I don't care about the trapper.
We're
I mean,
probably so freaking sick of snow.
yeah.
That's what I would imagine.
Probably. I mean, you guys have been up in the Skulls Mountains long enough now that you're starting to get towards spring. Um,
Shit. We've been up here for a whole season. Snow is
Well,
less snowy.
but this day of travel, hailstones up to a half inch in size,
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
between 34 and 45 degrees temperature. So, are you going? You're moving south? Are you
I believe
using the
so.
skeletal steeds?
yes.
Okay.
We camp.
Yeah, you guys can make camp again. Everybody roll a d6.
Every character or person.
Every character.
6 and 6.
2 and 5.
Which of you was the two?
Dentry.
What kind of armor is Dentry wearing?
You would ask me questions about specifics.
He's got plate. Magic
Plus
plate.
1 full plate.
Okay,
And
so
and
yeah,
a shield.
Dentry gets nailed by a hailstone, but he holds up his shield and or his armor, and he doesn't take any damage. But this is a half-inch size hailstone, and bonks Dentry in the process. The rest of you are able to avoid getting hit by hailstones, and you travel for another day and make another camp. Oh, that said camp.
But we're out of the frost zone, right?
No,
We're
you
at
will
the
be
edge
out
of
of
it.
the frost zone tomorrow.
That's awesome.
As you guys are making camp for the night, everybody can roll a d6.
Double sixes.
5 and 5.
2 and 4.
Who got the two?
Dentry.
Dentry sees in the sky overhead, through the clouds of the hailstones that are dumping. You can see the shape of a dragon flying through the clouds.
Here we go.
Oh,
I'm like,
Well, this is
guys,
the gold one. It was cool.
another dragon.
well, let's just keep an eye on it. Spread out. We spread out.
Okay. This dragon sees you and swoops down. As it gets closer, you realize that it is a gold dragon.
Oh, it's probably the one we met before.
But
Maybe so.
he is pissed off.
Pissed
Oh
off.
no. Hey, we didn't do anything. Except, I mean, we just killed a bunch of satyrs, but he probably doesn't care, right?
Yeah, he probably doesn't care about that.
Oh, okay.
I don't
I
have
wonder what we did to make him mad.
he. And so he comes down and lands he lands like 20 yards away, and his booming voice, he yells out that, I know that you are the ones who killed Baraxius.
Oh yeah, that.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Were we not supposed to do that?
We put Baraxius out of Baraxius's misery.
Yeah,
Braxius was the pawn of an eye tyrant. We freed Braxius, who'd gone insane from multiple charm effects.
Hmm. Make a roll 2d6 plus your plus or minus your charisma modifier.
I got a 6.
The dragon kind of crooks his head like he's thinking, goes,
If
Baraxius has been acting strangely for the past.
are you her mate?
No.
Well, we're seeking
But,
help.
but an attack on dragonkind should be an attack on all of us.
Well, we preserved the eggs, and we're trying to find a place to turn them into the rightful owner to help preserve dragonkind.
We killed the one that charmed her to insanity.
Yeah, we killed the eye tyrant too.
What did you do
Yeah.
with these eggs?
We stored them safely in our vault.
Now he's even more pissed off. I can't believe that you would take dragonkind's young.
Well, do
Well, I
you
mean,
We
want
want
him?
to leave
we
them to
could-
be pilfered by someone
Yeah.
else.
Does he want him? Because that's
we can-
cool.
We can give them to you. I mean, we didn't want them. We didn't want to leave them unattended. What kind of irresponsible behavior would that be?
If you leave them with me, I shall go and leave you in peace.
We'll do that. Open up the fucking mirror and bring out fucking bring out the 3
Turn him over.
eggs and hand them right on over.
Okay, so yeah, you scry on your vault with the mirror, step through and produce these 3 stone dragon eggs, and this gold dragon scoops them up and says, I shall find a suitable foster parent for these young.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Good
That's
luck.
what we were trying to do, but we couldn't find anybody. The elves didn't want to help us. We've been hunting for a suitable home. We didn't want, to put them in an abusive situation where they might be enslaved by eye tyrants. Why?
Yeah.
How degrading would that be for a dragon?
He says, yes, eye tyrants are a constant threat.
Yeah. Well, we killed one. Yeah, that was pretty
It's
exciting.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
We-
hero.
Prefer not to kill any more of them if we don't have to. Eyes, my God.
So he scoops up these 3 dragon eggs and flies off. Takes off. He does exactly what he said he'd do. He leaves you in peace at your camp for the rest of the night.
Sounds
All
great.
right.
Yeah.
That dragon is honest and keeps their word, which is cool.
Yeah, they're good based, I think. Lawful, more based, I think.
Yeah.
Whereas,
I mean, we weren't lying. We did what we did. We said what we said.
yeah, and I just didn't mention that I was wanting to sell the eggs, but so what?
Keep that bit to yourself.
Well, I thought about only turning over 2, but then I thought, no, he probably knew there were 3 eggs.
We would
I
get killed
knew
if
you thought
he
it.
tried to. Yeah. No stone dragon for us. That's okay. That seems kind of game breaking.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it'll take a while for a stone dragon to get to an age where it'd be game breaking.
Well, the thought, the breath that might turn you to stone and trying to raise. I've been playing around with trying to figure out what would be a good way to do that, and it's just really dangerous. I mean, you're going to get hit a little bit by the breath if you're raised dragon. I mean, you think about it, once it starts learning how to breathe, it probably will do that often. I mean, I would. If I could breathe fire, fuck yeah, I'd be breathing fire.
I don't know how
That,
to undo being turned into stone either.
me neither, man. I usually just try to come down on my own, but permanently, woo. So, can we get a? Are you moving us to a bigger map, a
Yeah,
different map?
I'm setting something up here.
Okay, cool.
Does that mean we successfully completed that combat too?
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah.
Did I not do that right? There we go.
I got a question.
Yeah.
If I cast choke on a dragon, can it breathe?
You can choke a dragon.
So that
I,
means,
that sounds like a euphemism that the satyrs would use.
well, I meant
ah.
casting choke means it doesn't have its dragon's breath, right?
Hmm. I would.
I mean, it's a breath weapon, and it
Yeah.
can't breathe.
Yeah, that's my argument.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe.
So, in other words, we have to fuck around to find out.
Yeah. So.
It's worth a shot.
It will be the very first time we fight a dragon. I'm gonna have to try that.
Jackson,
Yeah.
you can make a tracking check.
What I find?
As you are traveling south down the mountain, on your second day of travel, you do start to get down past the frost line, and uh, the snow starts to disappear. There is a thunderstorm going on. Uh, but there's no mudslides. Everybody roll. Every character roll a d6.
All right. 6 and a
Did the
5.
bad weather impede my tracking?
No.
5 and 6.
Okay.
5 and 4.
Okay. So nobody's struck by lightning, which is good.
Oh,
all
man.
that metal you're carrying can be a little dangerous in a lightning storm or a thunderstorm. But in the mud, Jackson, you start to see a lot of signs, heavy signs of orcs have been moving through this area fairly recently.
Do you know which way?
Party.
Yes, they are heading south, and you know that from south of your position is
The orc tribe.
the Great River, and you guys.
Do we move west to avoid it, or do you guys want to go through?
I mean, isn't that the one we've already kind of conquered?
No,
No.
this is the big orc encampment along the Great River. The Great River being over here.
I bet
And-
they have treasure, and we don't like orcs, right? I mean, we can. It's okay to be racist against orcs. Do we agree?
What do you mean we don't like orcs?
Well, half orcs we like. You
so
know.
Dentry knows that this is the large orc encampment, and I can actually show you a better picture of it. So this is So right up here, you are north of the Barbarous Trade Bridge and the Eastern Tradeway. And this is the large orc, rock skull orc encampment known as Kurazug. And
Oh
so,
man, we gotta go all the way over to to cross the barbarous trade bridge anyway, unless we shuttle people over, I guess.
I mean, we have the water walk and the broom. I think we cross the river relatively easy.
You're right, yeah. Okay, never mind. So do you
so
guys feel like killing orcs?
what
It's up. It's
what
up to Dentry.
what Dentry
Oh
knows
yeah.
what
We
Dentry
don't want it
knows
to get weird.
yeah, what Dentry knows about Kurazug is that uh, there is a orc leader. It could possibly be, maybe. There's been some
Paul?
speculation.
Paul, is that you, Paul?
Could be Dentry's dad. But the encampment, this orc is known as Gruul the Dwarf Smasher. And Gruul has done something that none of the other orcs before him have done. Is that he basically grew up? He started life as most orc whelps do, fighting the other orc whelps and killing them. The strongest survive. But by adolescence, he had basically grown enough that he had joined in several raids with the orc tribe, and he defied the odds and survived into his 20s, which is unusual for him. And he ended up joining a war band that was hired as mercenaries up in the nation of Stagina, and he was hired by the legionnaires from the Glaucian Empire in order to combat Stygian raiders, because the Stygians will go on Viking-like raids from the Frostholm Sea along the northern edge of the Glaucian Empire. And so the legions up there will sometimes hire Rockskull orcs to fight as their mercenaries. And he gained the nickname after he killed several dwarves that had sided with the Stygians in a great battle. And so he gained the nickname of Dwarf Smasher. And he's older and wiser now. He has come back and he has taken what he learned from the Glaucian legionnaires and kind of become somewhat of a statesman. And he has gotten several of the Rockskull orc tribes together to band together, and rather than fight one another, to create Kurazug, which is, if there was an orc capital, this would kind of be it. It is really not much more than a ramshackle, muddy, permanent encampment that they've set up on the shores of the Great River. And so this encampment really is this is one of the biggest threats to villages and whatnot on the eastern side of the Great River, because essentially this is where most of the orc raiders come from, including the warband tribe that you put down quite a while ago. And one of the things that is specific about Kurazug is that up here there is an old mine entrance, and Dentry knows that he knows that this mine entrance is the old dwarven mine of Katoom. And Katoom, much like Drothamstone, it follows a similar thought process. Is that the dwarves had a small mine that they had started to turn into dwarven halls here. They were going to found a new dwarven citadel, and instead they got overrun with goblin tribes. Goblins of the Slipknees goblins came in along with their hobgoblins and overran the orcs and killed them all. And the Slipknees goblins set up in the mine, and so they have um, a very loose confederation with the Rock Skull orcs. But the Slipknees goblins, they have set the chieftain of the Slipknees has set up the Khatum mine as a more or less it is open to everybody. All races are welcome in the Khatum mine, and it is a hive of selling stolen goods, both from the mythic underworld and the things that are stolen on the surface. It is also a hive of slavery. A lot of times, the orcs, slaves that they take in their raids, they will turn around and sell them to the Slipknees goblins, and the goblins then turn around and sell them to underworld races, such as the Duergar of Felsencleft, or sometimes to Mind Flayers, or occasionally to the Drow. And so this is a kind of a loose confederation. And while it says that while the Slipknees goblins say that everybody's welcome there, it is of course a hive of scum and villainy. And if you are even not careful for 1 second, you may end up either a slave or dead. And the orcs, of course, because the goblins are such good sappers, a lot of times the dwarf smasher will hire the goblins to tunnel underground, such as how you guys all got into this in the first place, tunneling under the town of Braunhaven, for example. The other thing that Dentry knows is that there is an orc shaman, Mazoga, who is essentially Gruul Dwarf Smasher's right hand woman, and she is a shaman that is well versed in ritualistic magic and druidic magic, and she basically Dwarf Smasher keeps her around because she is good at divination ritual magic, and so she will she has a leather pouch that she keeps with small human finger and rib bones that she will throw the bones, and can kind of divine the future at times, and give Gruul the Dwarf Smasher some advice on particular routes that he can take. um, she is a devout follower of the orc goddess Garoosh, and Garoosh is basically a goddess for almost all of the goblin type tribes, that is depicted as a large, obese, disgusting mix of all the goblin tribes, and is known for eating basically the souls of those that get sent to her, and she's known as the bloated goddess. And so,
I want to burn this place to the ground.
and so this is to the south of you, and Jackson can see it, and Dentry is like, ooh, yeah, I mean, Dentry probably was born here.
Does he want to go back or not? Oh,
I mean, I was born there. It didn't mean I was raised or.
Yeah, half orcs
Not
are not
treated well.
generally treated very well.
okay. So it'll be nothing but killing if we go that way.
Yeah, if we do stuff to them, I mean, we probably would like to do it a smart way, but I mean, I would really like to kill everybody there. The goblins, the orcs, take all of their stuff.
They don't have good stuff, do they? Well, they might have stolen some good
they've
stuff.
got a
Last cave system we'd have to deal with. The orcs are up top, but the goblins, that's a whole nother animal.
I mean, there's a lot of orcs here. A
Yeah.
lot.
Like, can we estimate from the outside?
In the hundreds.
Oh man, I am too tired for this shit.
Yeah,
That's
the
what
high
I
end of
know.
the hundreds.
all right. Well,
We have been
let's just
slogging through.
yeah. what we can do is learn a place where we're at. Let's take our time and mentally lock in, right? And then we go and we get an army and we scry open the portal and send squads of people through and
At some
take this.
point, yeah.
Yeah. We could come back and fuck around. We just want to fly across the river right now, just north of Rock Skull Orc Tribe.
So you want to go a little bit north and then try to cross the river?
Yeah, with the broom, shuttling with the broom.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Right? Is that
Yeah, that sounds like a plan to me. I'm gonna
we
get a
can
drink of water.
right? And then I don't know where we want to go. If we want to stop by the castle and see what's going on, or I mean, ultimately we want to go down to the Imperial port city, right? While everybody's gone. I don't know where we're headed as we cross over. I mean,
Yeah, I don't remember where we're supposed to take the loop and the other scepter.
oh, to the tower at the Imperial port city.
Oh, I guess that's where we're going then, huh?
Yeah, but I guess I mean we could stop at Castle Braun and then even cruise through Braunhaven and then just follow the road right. I mean follow the Imperial Tradeway, right?
Yeah, you could
It looks like it to
definitely
me.
do that. So I will assume that since you are attempting to trek through the wilderness here to avoid Karazug, that Jackson is probably leading the group since he is the ranger. Jackson, for the party, you can roll a d6 for stealth.
I fail.
I gotta say, Jackson, that's not good.
I fail.
Oh well, maybe I'll do something.
but even as terribly clumsy as you are crashing through the wilderness, you don't run into any orcs, and you
Sweet.
are able to basically cross the river and come out on along the other side. It takes you another 2 days or so to reach the Imperial Tradeway, and you can then head south towards Castle Braun if you would like.
We do. I think we should stop at Castle Braun and actually have a walk up and walk around the ramparts and,
See how it's going. There.
yeah, make sure everything's being managed properly.
So it takes you about another 2 days to reach Castle Braun. I gotta find it. There we go. Party. Yeah, you are. So yeah, you are able to make it back to Castle Braun. In your absence for essentially the past couple of months, you return and there has been quite a bit of renovation. So the dwarves that you hired, the stonemasons, they have been steadily building or rebuilding sections of the castle. They have been, um, you know, fixing a lot of this stuff. Um, they are staying out of this gatehouse because it does still have a spider living in it. Or did you guys kill the spider?
We killed that spider because
Yeah,
we
we tried
tried.
to let it live there, and
Yeah.
it was too much of a jerk. Basically,
And so yeah, you do make it back, and you have. It's not like it isn't, of course, that Castle Braun has been renovated. Not in this short amount of time. Castles take a very long time, and this one sat unattended and unmaintained for who knows how long. Um, so, yeah, it took a bit of work, but the dwarves are steadily underway. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, it's a good time to.
Probably you need to pay them again.
Yeah, we can run
yeah.
the finances and make sure. I mean, we don't have to pay the masons and all that are paid for.
Right.
But our on hand staff, we should drop them at least another like 3,000 gold pieces. It's kind of what we had
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Won't that cover?
That would cover them for shit. 3 grand would cover them for probably another 4 or 5 months.
Okay, then if you don't mind, Brian, drop them off 3 grand.
All right, 3 grand from the vault.
Yeah.
And of course, Willow the War Dog is happy to see Borman.
Yeah, Borman's just gonna pet Willow and enjoy and let him smell the elven dogs. So we brought different kind of dogs around.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Ooh, can they have puppies?
that's what
They
I'm
could.
hoping.
Yes, they could.
Really, half elven dogs? That's
Half
so
elven
cute.
dogs.
Half
Half
elven,
elven,
yeah,
half
half elven
dwarf.
war dogs. Yeah,
They would all have red hair.
That's so cool.
I think all half orcs should have red hair. That would be hilarious. Yeah. All half races always have red hair. We did. We ran one 5th edition game for my home group where they ran into half orcs, but they weren't human orc hybrids. They were dwarf orc hybrids, and so they looked like the archetypical half orc from the waist up, but they had the short, stocky legs of dwarves, and
that's funny.
we just called them dorks.
But
um, so yeah, so the of course the stonemasons and specialists that you hired and your staff are the staff tells you that they have rooms that are made up in the royal manor for you guys. Should you want to stay, the staff that you hired kind of is under the assumption that, oh, you're home, like you're not going to be leaving again. And the stonemasons are, of course, apologetic that they haven't made more progress. And the dwarves are telling you, oh, the stone here is not as good quality as we usually see in the Skulls Mountains, and so it was taking us longer to do the work that we're wanting to do. And but they give you kind of a tour of what they're doing. So you have rooms to stay for as long as you'd like, and the staff will of course make you meals, and um, you can rest up. Jackson should be completely healed by now.
Yeah, I
Uh,
want to have like a good rest. It's been a long time.
yeah,
Yeah, and they
yeah,
you can
It,
have baths and
yeah. I've got an an owlbug rug.
yeah.
You know that that would come in real handy.
do they have any news of Braunhaven?
They things have been since the since the entire situation with, and see, I'm trying to remember what you guys did versus what my home group did. Um, so since you visited the hunting lodge and kind of put a stop to that, um, the things in the region have been fairly quiet. I mean, there's been the normal counts of banditry. One of the one of the commoners, they actually frequently journey to Braunhaven to purchase things in the open market at Braunhaven for the castle. And he tells you things are actually going fairly well in Braunhaven. They've actually constructed a wall, a wood wall around the town that he remembers that you had started that, or and he says that your manor in Braunhaven is still there, of course, and he says that the few people have done what they can to fix it up. He says they're probably further along with your manor in Braunhaven than things are here. But they made sure that they were able to clean up some of the rooms and a dining hall for you here. But aside from that, the castle hasn't changed that much since the
We're
last time
about to
you.
make power moves. Uh, if at all possible, we would like the throne room and stuff to get a little extra more attention. I just want to make sure that if we try to do anything major or anything, we've got a place to, you know, have our queen on the throne and people come talk. You know what I mean?
Right?
You can't have a kingdom without a throne room.
That's key.
Good
And,
point.
and a
Yeah.
crown. You need a crown.
We have a crown.
Oh, that's right. You do have a crown. That's right. Yes.
We have all the official Braunhaven shit. We got the whole royal line.
So to tell you, this is this is the kind of murder hobos I have in my home group. So you remember how you guys dealt with the Duke and the hunting lodge? They were
Yeah.
like, "Fuck this guy," and they just burned the entire place to the ground, with the whole
Oh,
fucking building on
All right. That's
fire.
one way
Like,
to
all
do it.
right, I was like, okay. And so, yes, they just burned that place to ash.
do
There was
they
no
know?
ball. There was none of that
Uh,
shit. They just
uh,
burned it down.
but right now there's no bandits or anything roaming around. Everything's relatively safe, right?
There's been some banditry. The one peasant commoner that makes their way into Braunhaven for supplies tells you that recently came through the area and was heading up the eastern tradeway towards Zlatoheim. Was a traveling caravan all the way, evidently from Erebachia, and it was the Altunifus Pepperton's traveling circus. And she said that brought some. They did set up some shows and whatnot. They set up tents, and there was they were here for in Braunhaven for about a week, and so there was some fun times to be had with that. But aside from that, she tells you that you know banditry has actually been slightly lower than it was previously. She, of course, that's also because an imperial, the imperial tax collectors haven't come through yet. So usually there's an ebb and flow of banditry because they're going to be hitting the imperial tax collectors as they come down the northern end of the imperial tradeway.
The tax collectors have met their end. As far as
Well,
we
the
know, they'll
assessor
need
met
new
his
ones.
end, but that, I
Yeah.
mean, you know,
There will always be tax collectors.
right?
Yeah.
There's an endless supply of tax collectors.
I
Well,
feel
alright.
like we were to maybe provide a guardian service to the tax collectors. That would be
Protection racket. Now we're playing Wednesday Night's Pirates of Drenax. Hey, we'll stop all the we're pirates. We'll stop all the piracy on your planet if you pay
Yeah.
us.
That's right.
Unless you don't pay enough,
Unless you don't pay enough, and then
and then we're
Yeah.
gonna pirate you anyway. Yeah.
so
I was
Yeah.
thinking that you called it a protection racket. My stance is we're just stopping the other bandits.
right, yes. It's not coercion. It's or racketeering. It's we're businessmen.
Exactly.
So yeah, they tell you that in the currently banditry seems to be somewhat lower. There were a couple of hits on the Eastern Tradeway, and they tell you. Hold on, I have to find it. I don't know why, but I wrote it and I can't remember exactly what it was that I wrote.
I mean, you write a lot of things
I
nowadays.
do write a lot of things.
And we haven't been in this area in a long time.
Yeah, that's true. Like a whole season.
I
Yeah.
need to give
Like
you
I kind of
guys-
forgot about that whole bridge.
Me too.
I need to bring up another map. This might well, it's probably not the first time you guys have seen this map, but it's the first time we've used the map. Yeah, this is gonna be big. I don't know. A big map.
I wonder how many weeks it would have taken us to kill 100 or so orcs.
Yeah, it's not as big as I thought it was. It would have taken you a long time.
Yeah. We would have had to rest in between is what would screw us because of the spell slot issue.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But they're not that powerful.
True.
So I will zoom way out on this map for our viewers. This is the campaign world map. So of course, what you've been looking at is just the Glaucian Empire over in this area. You being pretty much right. Oh, wait, right here. But this is the overall view, and so of course, to the west you have the Skelos Mountains, which you just came across, and to the east you have the Gray Hills, and on the other side of the Gray Hills, there are a group of what would be known by most people to be petty kingdoms that is called the Borderlands, and the Borderlands. This is new information that nobody knows about. So the Borderlands were originally a part of the Glaucian Empire, but it's kind of the extreme extent, and it was basically ruled over at the time by dukes and duchesses and barons, etc. But with the closure of the Imperial port and basically the isolation of current Emperor Belution Cestus, the borderlands have been kind of left up to their own devices, and it kind of caused a little bit of civil war over there. And so, what shook out of all of that is that there were three main kingdoms. Actually, there's five, but that's further into the marshlands. Um, but there's three main kingdoms that are now the rulers of the borderlands, and that being to the south, the Kingdom of Cassex, which the Kingdom of Cassex has the capital city, a port city of London, and originally London was going to be one of the, it was the prime candidate for the original Imperial port, but Tacidantilus decided against that because it was too far to the east, and he wanted something that was a direct line up towards the capital city of Glaustein, and so London kind of fell by the wayside. But it is a huge populated city, port city. Then there is the Kingdom of Beria. Um, Beria sits in a swamp. The first one sunk into the swamp. The second one sunk into the swamp. The third one burned down, but the fourth one stayed up. And the Kingdom of Beria is kind of well, I mean, let's just call it what it is. The place is a shithole. It is, like I said, it is a swamp, and it is on the northern edge of the gloaming marshlands, and which is just basically this region is below sea level, so the seawater just seeps in and makes this all swampy. And Bararia's biggest problem is that it is currently ruled by the Queen Regent, and her son, who is actually supposed to be king of Beria, um, is doesn't have the mental faculties to do it. He's a little bit Riri, and so he's like 9 years old, a little bit Riri. They're not expecting, even when he does come of age, that he will take the crown, and that the Queen Regent will continue to be the Queen Regent. And things in the Kingdom of Beria aren't really that great. She's not a she's not a kind or good woman. And then to the north you have the Kingdom of Kaling, and Kaling is most noted that the capital city of the Kingdom of Kaling is Cockenford, and the keep there. It is a fairly lawful city, and but it is not known for Cockenford. Instead, it is known for the Drakon Mountains, and up in the Drakon Mountains, on the southern shores of the Frostdome Sea, is Cockenford Abbey, and Cockenford Abbey is run by Dragonborn, and Dragonborn in Braunhaven are traditionally, they are tenders of dragons, and in the distant past they were known for being dragon riders. And Cockenford Abbey has a great many of these paladins and clerics that are followers of Gloust, who Gloust, of course, was the one that killed the vampire lord Faunenstein, and kind of got the Glaustian Empire. They got the peasantry to rise up against the vampire lord Faunenstein, and is the namesake of Glaustein, where actually Castle Faunenstein originally sat, and this rebel army put down this vampire lord, and unfortunately Gloust was killed in the meantime. And the Abbey of Cockenford, these paladins, and mostly paladins. There's more paladins than there are clerics. They have kind of gone into, they go similar to like the Abbey of the Martyr. They go into the countryside and are trying to create pocket cells to rise up against Emperor Volusian Cestus and put things right in the Glaucian Empire, but they're not. None of them are nearly as influential as Gloucest was, and so they are having a number of difficulties. And they, as far as the Dragonborn being riding dragons, they haven't been known to do that in centuries. Nobody has seen them ride dragons, but it is rumored that they are tenders of dragon eggs, and they their clergy, any day now, one will hatch, and we will be dragon riders again.
Um, I mean,
So,
Are
I've
they
got.
Oh, go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Oh, I was gonna say I've got 2 treasure maps, and we've got the keys to Tandala to the tower.
right,
So I think we ought to go to the Imperial port. I
you
mean,
you do hear a couple of rumors around the area. The first is about this area here. There is a village called Stromshire, and they recently were raided by gnolls that came out of the Grey Hills. And it is said that they are offering a reward because the gnolls kidnapped the Burgermeister's daughter. And there is a reward offered for that. Down here, let me find it.
I just wanted to know if the Dragonborn were lizardy in this game.
it'd take an awful lot for.
Down
To,
here in the town of Bradford, and the old woman heard makes her way to Braunhaven frequently. She heard a rumor that Old Man Folsom's son was tormented by a fairy cat, and she heard this rumor at the circus, and that the fairy cat has been stealing dreams from Old Man Folstrom's boy, and led him off into a wheat field, and he disappeared. And there's a common misconception, old wives' tale among peasants, that fairy cats will steal your dreams. So those are the 2 rumors that you pick up.
I still think we ought to hit on the Imperial Tradeway and cruise right through Braunhaven, right down to the Imperial port, and get paid.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Okay.
I've got 2 treasure maps for that area. Plus, I mean, one of them is a level 8. So, I mean,
Wow.
yeah.
I hope it's not something tough like that one treasure map was in a crypt and
Yeah, well, that was a level 5. I've got a level 5 and a level 8 for the Imperial Port City area. So,
let's start with 5 then.
Okay.
We're stronger than we were, but still.
oh, I hear you. We just went all the way up. I mean, and discovered the Drothenstein shit to get this one thing to open up. Just hoping we can open up the tower. I just, gosh,
Yeah, I
it's
want to
hard
get in
for.
that tower.
Yeah, the tower and then 2 treasure maps. It's all right there. We leaving all
That is
those.
why we did all the stuff. You're right.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I mean,
Okay.
of course, you know.
So it takes you about a day, and you get into the town of Braunhaven.
Do they still not like us after that last thing?
What was the last thing?
Didn't we save them from the tax people, but the tax people we convinced them to build up their town, and then
Yes.
they got raided and a whole bunch of stuff happened.
Yeah, they were particularly not happy about that. But
We went and avenged them. So.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
mean, you guys are known locally as the heroes of Braunhaven, because you did deal with the problem beneath the Braunhaus coaching inn, and you have been given essentially, room and board at the Braunhaus for life. And
Wait.
so you are able to, of course, you always have a place to stay at the Braunhaus, but then you also have your own manor down here that you can stay at too. But then, you wouldn't get to sample any of Tika Crockerbottom's delicious smoked Gouda.
I think the inn sounds good to me.
Yeah. You can overhear rumors in it too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. And so, staying at the inn, everybody can roll a d6.
Got a 2 and a 3.
4 and a 4.
Oh,
3 and a 5. There's no way that's anything.
so 2 of you pick up some rumors.
3 did do something.
Who got the 2s?
Borman got a 2.
Okay, Borman, roll a d10.
Got a 4.
So you pick up a rumor that one of the people staying at the Braunhaus, you're not sure about his overall character. He initially comes off like he's just a normal merchant that moves up and down the Eastern Tradeway, but Borman immediately picks up that this guy may actually be a part-time bandit. And he tells Borman that the Imperial port, Emperor Volusian Cestus closed the port, and everybody says that the port is abandoned. And he says, that's not entirely true. It's not completely uninhabited. And then, Brian, one of your characters got a 2, I believe?
Oh no, I rolled 2 4s.
Oh. So yeah, they tell you that the port is not entirely uninhabited, but they do also bring up the town is still abuzz. Evidently, you missed these guys by maybe a couple of weeks. The town is still abuzz about Alternifus Pepperton's traveling circus that came all the way from Erebachia, and evidently, the story behind this is that Alternifus Pepperton wasn't somehow, and this seems hard to believe. Somehow, the rumor is that Alternifus Pepperton, the leader, the half-elven leader of this traveling circus that is his namesake, was unaware that the Imperial port was closed, and so they had to put in at London and offload off of their ships and then travel over land. And so they got here later than expected, which actually worked out well because that was the beginning of spring, and so the town of Braunhaven was quite happy about that. But it is said that some of the circus, a few members of the circus, went missing along the way.
Ooh.
The guy that I think is a bandit. I'm gonna act like I'm talking too much in a drunken state and tell him that we are taking a lot of valuables in the morning. We're going to take a lot of valuables. We're bringing them down to pay some people near the closed Imperial port.
He says, well, if you're going to enter the port, make sure that you go through the gatehouse, and you'll want to make sure that you have a little bit extra because the Thieves Guild that runs the Imperial port will demand a tithe, and there's a fee for
Oh.
entering.
I'll shoot some thief signs at him.
Okay, so you're going to use
Thieves
thieves
can't
camp.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What are you saying in thieves camp?
I'm telling him that we're gonna go and get with the thieves guild there because we want to take part in their festivities.
Okay.
If he has a contact name he could reference us, that would be tremendous.
He says. Uh,
We just break it down like we're doing American Sign Language.
he replies that he says, let me think of how. He says that in that region, black cats are known to frequent all corners of the Imperial port. And he says one black cat in particular seems to be the leader of the pack, or the pride, as it were. And everybody calls this black cat Tabor Marsden.
Awesome. Would he be interested in traveling with us?
Unlikely. And he says if you don't find this particular cat around the Merchants Guild building in the Great Hall Manor of the Merchants Guild, if you don't find this cat there, you may find him in the Grand Mall of the Merchant District. And this cat tends to rub up against the leg of Madame Bussard.
Well, thanks for the information. Who is Madame Bussard?
He says, Madame Bussard it runs the most popular brothel in all of the Merchant District.
That's some good insight. I will thank him kindly.
So, how long are you staying in Braunhaven? Just another night and then moving on, or
Probably,
Yeah.
right? We don't have anything else to do here.
okay?
This was just a nice, easy, friendly point to go in.
I restock on some good wine.
Yeah.
Okay. So that will run you. If you're getting the good wine, it is 1 gold piece per pint.
All right.
We can go ahead and get horses and stuff so we can go faster. Maybe get a wagon.
You could.
If
Right.
everybody's okay with that,
If
we
you
get a.
riding horse is 75 gold pieces. A wagon, I have that on. A wagon is 200 gold pieces, and you would need to get your choice, either 2 or 4 mules. Hold on.
Let's get 4 mules, a wagon, and
Land vehicle. It's a
right.
wagon.
I mean, that'd be enough to take it.
Either 8 mules or 4 draft horses. 4 draft horses for a wagon is going to run you. They are 40 gold pieces each.
So at 40 gold pieces each, I want to get 6 draft horses so we have replacements. The wagon is 200 gold pieces. Is that correct?
The wagon is correct.
Okay, and that right there should make it so we can go down the road at a nice quick pace.
Yeah.
So I'll need all the shit to feed them and stuff.
Right.
Is this coming out of our loot or is this coming out of your pocket?
I was just gonna take it out of my pocket, so that I'm trying to get my characters per on hand gold closer to weight allowances like it should be.
Oh,
Gotcha.
that's cool.
Yeah, I was
thank you.
technically carrying a lot of weight that I shouldn't have been.
So generally you're talking for fodder for 6 draft horses. You're talking 2 silver pieces per horse per day.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna get enough for 2 weeks.
Okay.
So 14 times 6 times 5. So that's 420 silver pieces. And if I divide that by 10, that's 42 gold pieces, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I've got that. I've got 6 horses and a wagon that we can all kind of ride in if we want to.
Yeah. This is, of course, this is similar like a covered wagon kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or barrel top wagon that you could all comfortably, well, semi comfortably sit in. Barrel top probably not quite as comfortably because it's going to have a little potbelly stove in it and all this other stuff. Whereas just a covered wagon for your normal travel is going to have more room, and plus any supplies that you guys bring with you.
Let's do a covered wagon then.
Okay.
Be a little bit better. We got tents and shit. I mean, we can make a camp.
So the last thing that I will say that traveling south along the Imperial Tradeway towards the Imperial port, the southern route of the Imperial Tradeway is much worse than the northern route. It is the road is filled with potholes and missing tiles, and it is generally a rough ride.
Wonderful.
So we will conclude here for the day, and we will pick this up next week at 12 o'clock on Saturday. Let me give you guys some XP. Everybody gets 1,950 experience points.
Nice.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, because I am now a level 2 magic user.
Nice. Yeah.
Getting closer and closer to being able to multi-class Jackson.
You can do it anytime you want.
Whenever he levels.
But I do.
Oh.
Huh?
Yeah, you have
Yeah, I
to.
have to do it.
Yeah, you have to do it when you level.
Yeah. What kind of craziness he trying to make up over there?
So yeah, Malachi would get a second first level spell that he can memorize.
I'm going to go with magic missile.
That's a good one to have. Anybody else level?
Nope.
No? All right. Well, we will pick this up next week at 12 o'clock.
All right. See you then. Thanks.
Sounds wonderful. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Have a
Appreciate
good
you.
one, guys.